welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what I'm going to do is show you how I use up some of my leftover resin bits. Now, when I do a pour or a picture and it runs over, you know me, I don't like to throw anything away. Oh, look at that one, it looks like a landscape. I always put all my bits into ice cream tubs, of course. What else would I use? And I keep them for new projects. Now, a lot of these bits are rather large, so I can't put... There's a little doggy, look. A lot of these bits are really pretty, but they can't be used so much. So what I do is I like to put them into things. How I do that is I kind of break these up in random pieces. And it's really easy to do. Once a piece of resin's been curing for a long time and it's thin, it can become a little bit fragile. So if you bang it with a hammer, I always put a cloth over it in case it goes somewhere. And make sure you don't let it get in your eyes, because it is quite sharp. And then I'll choose the colours that I like, and then I will hit it with a hammer and let it break up into sizable pieces that I want to use. Now you can use this as mosaics, and you can make little lovely mosaic tiles out of this and mosaic pictures, but you can also use it in resin. I've got this now, and both sides of that I quite like, and I think that will look nice in resin. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to break up a few more, and then I'm going to show you how I use it. Well, now I've got all my bits broken up into various different sizes. You can see how you could use those for mosaics, and I've got a variety of different colours, but I've also got these, which I keep as well. And these are just the little round drips that happen sometimes on your silicone mat when you're pouring a picture. And they also can look great in projects. I'm using the J. Diction ×3 UV resin protection for this project because some of this resin is going to be clear and it's going to make a real big difference to the longevity of these pieces, and it cures up wonderfully. So I'm pouring a little bit of this resin into each of these molds, just enough to cover the base of these molds so that I get a good coverage on those. And I'm using different colours as well. So this is just a black pigment. I just want to say a quick thank you to all my members. Thank you very much indeed for your support and for your membership. I hope you're enjoying all the additional videos that you get and the brilliant Facebook group. So now I've done that, what I'm also going to be using, of course, is some mica powder, because you can't make jewellery. Well, I can't make jewellery without mica powder or without glitter, because I do like a bit of sparkle. So I'm leaving this glitter in here, and I want it to sink to the bottom as well, and you'll see why in a minute. And now this is my own homemade titanium white pigment, and I really like this. So it's just spreading this out, making sure it's completely covered everywhere. Big thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month. It really was appreciated. It was a tight month, and it really helped me get some bits and pieces I needed for some projects. So these are the little dots that I pick off my silicone mats when I do stuff, and I got some great ones at the weekend that I've now put into the pot, ready for another project at another time. And just lay these and kind of let them float on the top. Now the hearts, because they're slightly deeper than these molds, what you can do is put some curvy bits in and some different bits in them as well, and they come out really well. So with the longer one, what I'm trying to do is get some straight edge or straighter edges along the sides. Now, yeah, I mean, obviously you can choose whichever way you want to do this. And if you want to do all one colour, you can, but I quite like the multicoloured ones, although I do like black and white together. So fitting the little bits in just as you would with a mosaic, and almost like the resin that you've put in at the beginning is the equivalent to the grout that you would put in around a mosaic, but you'll see kind of the difference in how this sparkles coming up towards the end, and I will actually show you what they look like made as pendants as well. So carrying on putting these little bits in, and now I'm doing this one, and I'm only going to put in white. Don't forget to check out my other crafting channel, Steve McDonald Crafting. I do lots of different projects. No resin on there, but lots of different upcycling projects and all sorts of great and fun things. And it's really growing nicely now, and I have quite a laugh on there. So just popping in the little bits of white now, and I'm pushing these down a little bit because I want them to be able to be seen from both sides through this black, and I think it does come out really well, as you'll see at the end. Searching for the bits that I want and just slotting them in and around wherever I can put them. The other great thing about this is if you've got little tiny shards, you can still use those and fit those in as well. And this is why at this point you don't want to overfill this mould, because you want to be able to leave enough space for the displacement of putting your bits in. See, there's a little tiny shard going in there. And also to be able to dome these up in the moulds towards the end. And you'll see how I do that in a minute. So pushing these down with my tweezers, and that should be enough. And then once that's done, I can leave these to cure up. I will go over them with a long neck lighter just to pop any bubbles, but there shouldn't be many, and leave them to cure. These have all cured up, so I just need to now put the final coat of clear resin over the top of them, and that way we can then see what they're coming out like. Already I'm starting to love them. In fact, oddly enough, that one is my favourite one so far. It looks quite three-dimensional, and I just love that little splash of colour that's in there. So this is where I'm filling up my moulds now with a little bit of clear. Now, I go around and fill a bit up, and then I go round and top them up, because that way the resin gets time to settle out, and then you know if you need any more resin in it. I will then go over with a long neck lighter and burst any of those little pesky bubbles that come up to the top, and then I'll let them cure up. Well, these have all cured up now, and I'm ready to take them out. And as you can see, I did do a little bit of an overpour on that one, but that's not a problem. All I need to do is go around that with my scissors. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to demold all these, and then I'll show you what they all look like. Well, these have all demolded now, and I'm really pleased with how they've come out. My favourite one, I think, is that one. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up, because even through the back, you can see that white bits in there, and you certainly can see them in the front. And my next favourite one is this one with the glitter in the back. I think that has come out lovely too. In fact, I think they all have. I do like the dot ones, where you just pick up the extra dots and put those in. But it's a great way of using up some beautifully patterned pieces. That one's come out really pretty too. That you would normally maybe throw away, and I don't like to throw away anything, and I think these would sell because they're a little bit different if you hang them on a chain or anything like that. And I'm going to quickly show you what they look like, or a couple of them look like on a chain. I've put them all on using pinch bails or push bails, I'm never sure which one it is, and on cords, because actually I prefer things on a cord. I think that just finishes them off really well and nicely. And you can see now how easily these would be to sell, because every single one is unique. And that is what I always say about selling your stuff. You need to have things that are unique to you and that no one else has made, and no one else can make stuff with the same colours or things as your drips, because they're your drips. It will set you out against the rest. I think now I've put the cord and the clasp on it, I think that one is my favourite one. So let me know in the comments what you think. There are lots of other ways that you can use your pieces. Like I said, you can even make mosaics with them as well if you wish. Please boot that like button if you've enjoyed this video. It really does help me understand what people like, and also it helps my video to get out there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you for any of my videos or this video and support this channel, then the link for that and the link for everything that I've used today is in the description below. Take care, enjoy your resin. Bye.